this is what I did yesterday. I had an amazing day in Clearwater.
What did I miss?
Just say.
Sorry, we've watched this back like 4 times.
I'm not dealing with the drama. We already talked about it over the weekend, me, Kev, Rami. It's stupid. The admin was fucking dumb. There was no controlling that, and it shouldn't have been a thing from the beginning. And that's that. So if you guys don't know what happened, there was a salt room that went on stream between OTT and Zaceed, and the admins thought they could control it. But the fact of the matter was that nobody was able to control it.
Oh, is he just talking about what went down? About everything that happened?
I got banned. I had no idea. I was apparently banned yesterday. I had no clue. I spent the day yesterday because I told you guys the day before yesterday that I was going to take my son to the flea market. He's never been to a flea market before, and he really wanted to go look at some Pokemon cards. So me, my wife, my son, we went to 2 flea markets. Then I took them out for lunch. We went to the mall, kind of browsed around, and then came home. Or actually, we went to the apartment building. One of our contractors kind of fell through, so I had to go there and take a bunch of photos and help line up some new contractors, which they're in today. So anyway, by the time I got home, it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just decided to enjoy the day. So I just spent more time with the family, went out for a drive, chilled.
Shit! I keep hitting that fucking button.
I was already, because a lot of the times I'm very, very happy that I didn't, because a lot of the times I'm already logged into the server, or I'm not logged into the server before I start streaming. I'm very happy that I went to go log in before I actually went live, because if you guys would have seen my reaction, like live, I probably would have absolutely, completely fucking lost my mind. I mean, it would have been an absolute nuclear, like, I mean, YouTube would have been eaten real fucking good. I mean, listen, who knows, right? I haven't heard anything back from admins yet. I responded to this report just over an hour ago. Yeah, about an hour and a half ago. So yeah, I mean, listen, I have some pretty, like, there is stuff in this report, I won't be honest with you guys, that had me feeling it's taken everything in me right now just to shut the fuck up. And that's one thing that I hate. I hate so much feeling like somebody's holding something over me and I'm not allowed to speak the truth.
Brandon,
goes right through my soul. Listen, I'll say this. First and foremost, I ain't never going into.
Brandon was talking about, just so just clarification, so people don't think I'm laughing at OTT. Brandon, my agent said, "Oh God, I didn't realize that isn't you about the AVI picture. It don't even look like me. It looked like a lost, inbred cousin. That's what that guy looked like. He looked like with a vitamin deficiency. That's what it looks like on that picture of me. I can't lie. It is what it is.
Again,
it is what it is.
If this is how it's done, because you guys know me, I will go and debate anybody at any time, anywhere, any place. I don't care who it is. I will go in and debate as long as they're another person within the server. They've got an opinion and they want to have debate, right? I will debate them all day long. I really will. I'm not afraid of that. What I am afraid of is I'm afraid of and maybe afraid isn't even the right word for it. What I am
concerned
conscious is how bans are handled I mean, guys, we got banned for, just think about this, right? Okay? I've had one ban in the, like, 14 months or however long I've been on Prodigy. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Blame. It's when you say things like, don't make it worse for yourself if you think speaking up is going to get the situation worth. It's not worth it. That's the part that is really upsetting to me. The upsetting part is there's a level of silence that is to be expected. And I don't like that. Because it feels as though if people don't want people to speak, it feels as though you're trying to, and I'm saying this in generals, right? Like generalities here. You're trying to not have a conversation or to have the entire thing open. How do I frame this? Again, the fact that I have to think about what I'm saying before I say it says everything that it says everything that I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Listen. Zaceed and I got banned for 2 weeks for doing the thing that the server wants you to do. Right? They implement Assault Room. We get on there. And to be frank, if you want to compare it to the non-moderated Assault Room that Rami and I had, that was infinitely more heated. And there were things said that were infinitely worse. Like, it's not even comparable. And then the things that were said after the fact. And again, Rami and I are chill. We've worked through that. It's water under the bridge. But it's hard for me not to draw comparisons. When something has been, when things, like the worst thing that was said in there is I think Zaceed told me to suck his dick, or I'm sucking too much dicky wicky. And I think I called him a stupid motherfucker. I mean, do we not know what was said? I mean, like on a regular basis, like just even the
Suck my dicky wicky.
stuff that has publicly been said in the last 48 hours about other groups and the stupid dumb fuck shit that they've been doing, which rightfully deserves to be called out. That stuff is so much worse than what was actually said in the Salt Room that it's hard for me not to feel a certain way about the length in which, and in game for sure, but you know, it is what it is. And listen, you can go ahead and say, well, you just got to worry about what you say, don't worry about what others are saying. That is true. But at the same time, you know, if you're going to lay such severe bans on this side, why are we not laying the same amount of bans and severity of the bans across the board? You know, I was just sent a video about, which I did not see before, right, of Shots speaking about.
Good morning.
This was 4 days ago, right?
Yeah, listen, I'm going to say this once and once only. I already know about all the bullshit that went down. Okay? And I will say one thing. Doing that shit live on stream had to be the dumbest fucking thing known to man.
I agree.
And that's it. Doing that shit live on stream had to be the stupidest decision on OTT's part and Zaceed's part. And that's it.
I mean, he does keep going here, but I will say this. The admin that brought us in specifically asked if we were streaming, and I said yes. If he did not want us to be streaming that Salt Room, he could have easily said, this is against the rules. We don't want this to be done publicly. What we want is we're going to have this conversation when you guys are done streaming, and we'll discuss this behind closed doors. That was never said. That is on the admin. That is not on Zaceed or myself. Now, what was said between us, that's on us, right? But at the same time, it's a Salt Room. It's not a happy room. I have never been in a Salt Room in my life. In fact, I never heard of a Salt Room until I came over to Prodigy. So ultimately, if us getting out our salt turned into a 2-week ban,
and that's all I got to say. I'm not dealing with the drama.
the thing was there was no real drama. Like, that was it. That shit was said. I watched a bunch of stuff after the fact, which then confirmed all of my points. And then the next day, everything was fine. Nobody really talked about it. You know, Hutch maybe reacted to it, but it wasn't even like a point of, like, far worse shit gets said on a regular basis. Look at all the stuff that's been happening in the last 48 hours. It was infinitely worse than whatever that was. If the server did not want us, right, to do that, we were both streaming. We both said we were streaming. Like, Zaceed wanted to go into the salt room for the simple fact that I'm pretty sure he mentioned that he wanted to go in the salt room so that we wouldn't get in trouble. I could be wrong about that, but I want to say that it was something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but he did not want to just jump on a Discord call and start shitting on each other. I'm pretty sure Zaceed went through the proper channels. You know, you can blame me. I was willing to hop on call because to me, I didn't give a shit, right? Like, I didn't care. He was talking shit. I was talking shit. Let's go on. Let's just go out there and say it. But he wanted to go through the proper channels in order to do it the right way.
My fault.
He did.
What the hell?
It's stupid. The admin was fucking dumb. There was no.
I mean, if I called an admin dumb, I'm probably banned. You know what I mean? And I agree, the decision was dumb. Like, if that's what it turns out, like if I never insulted an admin on there. I never told an admin to shut the fuck up. Neither did Zaceed. We never like, we talked over an admin. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, he's trying to control the conversation. And then he's piping up, I'm piping up in a way that's disrespectful. I fully agree with that. I really do. I take ownership in that. But like, when two people are heated and people are trying to get their points across, right? And then you've got a whole bunch of viewers saying their points of view, right? I'm fully focused on what.
I was planning on listening to the whole thing and coming and giving my take, but I have to stop it here. Is that right there? I mean, listen, to be honest, OTT's making a lot of good points. And Shots made good points. Like, salt rooms are meant to get frustrations out, and people do salt rooms differently. I gave the example, you know, literally a day prior to all this going on. You guys know, we've had issues with the boys, or, you know, whenever me and Kev were going at it there, literally just like a singular clip back and forth. We got in a chat and we talked about it, and the conversation went fantastic. It was, you know, a lot of apologizing from both sides, coming up with a agreement / ideas and mission for us to both work towards. And, like, you know, listen, we compete against each other every day. We gonna hate each other. It is what it is, but we got to make sure it's in the right way. And it was a good conversation. There's a reason why we did it off stream, you know, because, again, like, the last thing I want to be doing is trying to have a conversation with another human being while my chat is going, fuck that motherfucker, yeah. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what assault room's for. You know? Like, that, it's just not, having that conversation on stream is just. And again, it's not completely their fault. Yes, did they lose their minds? Yes, but, you know, they aren't the only people to blame. 100%. The admin who was controlling it, either one, should have said, don't do this on stream. And more importantly, two, if these people, or by these people, I mean, if OTT and Zaceed are having and just talking over someone, like, they obviously don't know that admin very well. They were just yapping over him, and the admin didn't have enough rapport with both individuals to tell them to what I would have said if I was in that room. Shut the fuck up. Like, they just, he doesn't know them like that. And I feel like, especially in assault room, where people are getting pissed and yelling at each other, you need that voice, number one, of someone who's controlling the conversation, but more importantly, someone who both of the parties on each side somewhat respect, to get told to shut the fuck up and to shut the fuck up. There was no control. That doesn't excuse these guys on, you know, losing their minds on stream and doing this in my opinion, the wrong manner, but it also It's not completely their fault. I had I'll read this. This is my general consensus. This is what I've said to everybody. I believe that both parties engaged in the salt room to find some type of resolution. Now, if that resolution was met after they motherfucked each other for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I believe that both parties went into that chat to quote unquote find some type of resolution. But the conversation went south. And that's where we're at. That's what I believe. I believe that both parties went in there to find or to attempt to find resolution, and it did not go that way at all. It didn't. Now we can sit here and debate the bans. I mean, listen, man, like 2 weeks is a fuck ton. 2 weeks is a long time. Someone who's been banned for 2 weeks before, that shit sucks. But it's not my place, nor is it your place or any streamer's place to sit here and to debate what the management of Prodigy wants to do. I mean, dude, we say it all the time. That's past our what's the word? What's the term I'm looking for here? It's past our jurisdiction. It's just not. It's not up to me, you know, and it never has been and never will be up to me. It's just, you know, it's just the way that they went about it. You can agree and disagree. You know, we can run around a circle with it, but 2 weeks, I will say, is a fucking long one. That's a long ban.
What's going on? Zaceed ain't even paying attention. He's not even paying attention. He's in game. You know, he's half listening to what we're saying. Like, you know.
No controlling that, and it shouldn't have been a thing from the beginning, and that's that. So if you guys don't know what happened, there was a salt room that went on.
Yes.
On stream.
Yes.
Between OTT and Zaceed.
It's just him reacting to that.
I know that's what the Clippers want. I know that's what the haters want. I even sympathize for Zaceed right now. I think it's too much. You know, I have had things said about me that are so much more potent.
I mean, listen, man, we can continue watching this chat. I don't think it's worth. You know, I understand the frustrations from all sides. I understand Prodigy not wanting the server to look like a fucking joke and having two of one of the largest content creators in the server go head to head in a duel of wits and verbal warfare on stream. It's like, oh, imagine this. Imagine it's your first day and you go online and you go into GTA category and you're like, what's the best server out? Prodigy RP. Let me go find a stream to watch. Go through the streams. You're like, oh, Zaceed. Let me look and see. Or Skangerton. Let me see what this stream's about. Clicks on it. You dumb motherfucker! You know, I get that sentiment. I do. I get it. I get that sentiment. You know, but at the same time, I can hear their opinions on, you know, that at the end of the day, they were trying to do it the right way, and that's OTT. In OTT's word, him and Zaceed were trying to do it the right way, but they didn't, and then they get punished pretty harshly for that. I get it. I understand the frustrations. But you know, this is a conversation that I'll continue to have behind closed doors, and you know, hopefully there will be some resolution, and hopefully when the guys come back, you know, there's no more animosity, and you know, they've been able to come together through being sent to prison. You know what I mean? I don't know the words I'm looking for here, but yeah, definitely a shitty situation for all parties.
This
definitely
crab
very shitty.
is a